Hey, what's up, guys? I wanted to do something a little different. Today we're going to be reviewing this book by W. James Dennis, and my name is Kane, and he knows me by my first name, which is Ben. So, don't get confused, man. It's me, and that's my cousin right there.
Yeah, my name is Braden. I just got into reading this book not that long ago. I'm just now hitting the second part of the book, second book, so I'm not too knowledgeable on it, but I get the gist of it and the basics.
Yeah, well, basically, it's called the Mack's Bible by W. James Dennis. And, as you can see, it's got that purple, gold, royal looking, mysterious, powerful vibe to it. This guy knows his stuff, man. I've been messing with him for about, 2 years, maybe a little longer than that. 2.5 years, something like that. And basically it started, I messaged him. I found out about his blog, his website. And I'll put all the links in the description. Y'all need to go check him out. You guys that watch my channel, even though it may not be that many people, whoever sees this video, you gotta check this dude out, man. Check out his blog and check out his books. He's got several different books. And this one right here is the only one I've read. But anyway, basically what it's about is just what it says on the cover is how to have more women and take back your manhood. And that's really all the book is about. And he goes really in depth with what it means to be a man and how to be a man and everything. Me and him, we're just two young men, trying to learn this stuff and trying to become, mature, men, and not like a bunch of grown-up boys like, is rampant in this country. And he's using the book right now. He's got a bunch of his notes and stuff. He's got a whole
Yeah, I got a whole notebook, man. I've got sticky notes in here. I've gone page to page. Highlights, all kinds of crap.
Yeah, the book.
It's real good stuff. It's really good stuff. It's changing my whole perspective on everything. It's changing my life already, and I've only been through the first part of the book.
Yeah, well, there's a bunch of highlights and underlines, and this book is definitely heavily used. And that's the thing about this book. When you review something, or somebody's got, this guy, he's got courses. This man, he's got consultations you can do. And I've taken one of his business courses, man, and that's not what this review is about. But let me just say, I take college classes. And one of the classes is marketing. It has nothing compared to, that course that I took. I don't remember how long it was. It was like 4 or 6 hours, something like that. But I read this book in probably 2 weeks. But it takes a lot longer than that to actually do some of the exercises in here. Or I shouldn't say that. But, it takes time and it takes something. You can't just read the book. That's the thing. You read a book, or you get a book or a course or something that everybody says it's common knowledge. Don't just read it, don't just listen to it, don't just watch it. You got to actually consistently do it. And everybody knows that, but not many people really do that. But that's the thing about this book, is to get the real benefits from this book, to get the real effect and to get the real life changing, you need to do the work to get the big stuff. But it's also one of those books where as soon as you read it, you're just like, man, wow. Just stuff starts happening, stuff starts clicking. And I'm not affiliated with this guy like in any way, any kind of business or anything like that. So I'm not getting paid to do this. I read a lot of books, and this one definitely tops every single book I've ever read on any subject, and especially on stuff about manhood and everything. This guy knows way more about it than anybody else I've ever known. This guy's helped me out with problems, personal issues I've been having. Just really, really kind man. He knows his stuff. He used to be a street hustler, basically. And, go on his blog and wjamesd.com. I'll link everything in the description. And, man, he's got a good, strong backstory, strong background, and he really knows his stuff, and he knows what he's talking about. And I've had plenty of experiences with him on the phone and through email, through his comments on his website, and me and one of my cousins actually went to a seminar of his about how to start a small business. And man, let me tell you, it's life changing. But you got anything?
Yeah, man, you definitely got to take everything that he says into consideration. If you actually want to change, you want to change, man. This is the perfect book. You want to better your relationship. You want to see things in a different way, man. This is doing it for me. Like I said, I've only been into it just a little bit. You know, maybe six, however long the first part of the book is. You know, it's already like I'll be in a situation with my girlfriend, and I remember things from the book. Like I start seeing things and seeing things that he's talking about, and I start taking things that he says and implementing them in my life. And my girlfriend respects me a lot more. She understands. And like he says in the book, you know, you have to set your own standards and have your own principles for yourself. And I started doing that and thinking about what I really want to do with my life and what I want in a relationship. And I express that to my girlfriend, and she understands and she respects me a lot more, and she doesn't do anything to try and
knock you off.
Yeah, exactly, knock me off. And she understands that I'm wanting to change. She knows that I'm wanting to be more of a man than I was, because before, I mean, like I said, it's amazing, and I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't too good at relationships before. I'm not really, wasn't really the type, but I start taking everything that I've been learning, and even before I read the book, I get a lot of advice from Kane about stuff that came out of this book, and it helps a lot. Like all the things that I've learned, and I implement them in my life, like I said, and it just makes everything so much better. And because of that, me and my girlfriend just hit a year, our first year anniversary the other day. I don't think without any of this advice I would have been able to make it that far.
Right. Yeah, I mean, same with me, there's something for everybody in this book. The Mack's Bible, when you hear Mack, a lot of preconceived, misconceptions. I think those two words make sense, but come to your mind about what a Mack is. You might think of a pimp and things like that, but he clears it up. This book has nothing to do with bashing women. This guy is not one of those guys. He's not one of those MGTOW guys who just bash women and just hate women. I mean, the book's not even really all about women. That's not really what it's about. It's about your manhood, and part of manhood is meeting and keeping beautiful women and smart, strong women in your life. It's not just about sex. That's
Yeah.
I mean, once you read the book, you realize how unimportant sex is in relationships. It's an important aspect, but it's not as important as most guys and even a lot of girls. It's not the main priority in a healthy relationship. But anyway, man, like, I don't want to get too much into the details of the book, but like I'm saying, I mean, it gives you a foundation to build your whole life on. And like I said, it's a book to where as soon as you read it, you realize you learn stuff in this book about yourself, other men, women, just the nature of life in general. He doesn't have any religious
Claims.
Yes, supporting stuff in this book. It's not anything like that. And even if you are religious, this book can work for you. I mean, it has nothing to do with, stuff like that. But, like here in the back, let me just read the description from the back. The short description says, a Mack is the ultimate gentleman, but a gentleman on his own terms, not the woman's terms. A Mack knows what women really want and is able to deliver it with precision and confidence. This information has been tried, tested, and proven effective over countless decades. This is a real game that many have sought, but were not able to possess. And see, going into it, this seems like a big, marketing and things like that. When I read the book, or when I got the book, I've already had experience with this guy, talking to him, so I knew he was a real deal. But I gotta admit, I didn't know this book would be that powerful. Like I said, I'm not getting paid. He's not getting paid to say any of this stuff. this book is truly a life changer. Even though, since I'm letting him borrow it, you know, one day he's gonna get his own, but you know, when it's gone, you know, man, I really wish I had that book just to look through, look over again, you know. And you don't need the book to have on all times, you know, but I'm just saying, you know, every time I go back into it, I see something that's like, wow, it's like somebody just added it in there without me looking, you know. It's just stuff that you wouldn't get when you first read it. And every single time you go in there, you know, it sounds cliche because there's always people saying,